say the best thing about NIPCO is our people, and our people are here. So I love our people. I love our associates. They do a great job for us. We are a family-owned business, but we're also an ESOP. So our associates are owners of NIPCO, and I think they just take really great pride and passion in their work and what they do. And they just produce great products and great results for us because they feel part of something bigger.
Yeah, and I know you guys have a lot of longevity with your employees, so they must really appreciate that about you guys, just like you appreciate them.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope so. And I'll tell you a funny story about, so we've been an ESOP, since early 2000s, but we actually started giving people stock back in like 1924. And so my great grandfather, I'm sure this is illegal now, but wasn't at the time, he would take money from people's paycheck and buy NIPCO stock with it and give them stock. So he was helping them build their wealth. And he wanted them to really feel like they were a part of the business and owned it. So we've had that tradition for a long time now.
Yeah. Well, illegal or not, that's a great sentiment.
I think, one of the common issues that you have when you make products overseas is a very broad issue, and that's communication. You have language barriers, custom barriers, even, the time zones that you're in are 12 hours apart in a lot of situations. So in order to get just resolving product issues or resolving supply issues or even innovation is much more difficult when the further away that the products are and the further away that those manufacturing facilities are. That also affects time to market. So if you are trying to innovate a new product and you get through some of the initial prototypes, it takes a long time to see those, make changes, get the final production. Everything just takes a lot longer than it will if you actually are sourced locally, or in our case, right in house. The other thing is inventory cost. Especially with the supply chain issues that we recently had, people are starting to walk away a little bit from that just-in-time manufacturing, and they're beefing up their inventory because a lot of us got burned when the pandemic hit and our supplies dried up very quickly. So when you manufacture further away from home, you've got to have a much larger inventory to make up for any shipping or supply issues that may hit. So those are kind of the three main issues, communication, the time to just get everything done, and then of course the inventory costs.
It's ultimately important because you've got with a lot of the turmoil going on around the world, whether it's Russia invading Ukraine or China threatening to invade Taiwan and other places, our interests are really right here at home. And if we depend on foreign producers to make products that might be going into defense or integral services that we have here, oil, petrochemical, chemical, pharmaceutical, I think we're vulnerable then if we're depending on adversaries that potentially may be changing their supply techniques after, if we have a conflict with them.
I think US companies know what's best for the US, right? You have to have a local presence to be able to build and satisfy the local market. It's the very reason why Ford or GM or Toyota, for example, have their manufacturing, or Volkswagen, right? They have their manufacturing plants here in the US. Now, you also have a global reality, right? Sometimes your, let's say the chips you use in your product, Volkswagen is a great example, iPhone is a great example. Some of the chips they make comes from Germany. Some of their products are assembled in China. So we have to take that into account. But however, the transformation of the product and how the product thinks, behaves, acts, and what it does for our customer, we believe that a local factory and a local workforce is best able to determine that. And that's why we chose to actually locate our factory here in the Midwest. Great location, great talent, and we are where we are primarily because of the people who work at the company.
More importantly, it's not about what I'm proud about. It's really when we bring customers to the Griffin facility and they tour our facility, we can talk about quality as our destiny, which is a big statement here at Rinnai. but it's when the customers actually come through and they see our team working on making our product and all of the quality steps that we put in place, all of the tests, all the things that we put in place, so that we know that when that product leaves our manufacturing facility and we ship it to a customer, that they've got the highest quality product that we can manufacture. And then the other great thing about it is you get to see the impact that our manufacturing is having on a community like Griffin, and our customers get to see the engagement of our team members, the smiles on their face, their excitement of being there. You know, one of the great things about our manufacturing facility is just in the first year of manufacturing, we had over 50 internal promotions for people that joined our company, that moved from opening production line workers now building up into our organization. So that's another great thing that we see, is the impact that it has on the local community and our team members that work there.
So I'll preface by saying that, like many companies, Lars has a rich history, but has also experienced some peaks and valleys throughout time. A reputation for manufacturing high-quality water and space heating products, accompanied by providing strong field support, has been key. Bradford White acquired Lars in 2005, and it became a wholly owned subsidiary. This was a pivotal point in our history that brought several investments. So I'll take you through what's happened since 2005. The Rochester facility expanded in 2007, adding a warehouse and receiving area. The training center was added in 2011. We also added a research and design center in 2014, did a warehouse expansion in 2017, and then we've had significant investments in metal fabrication, welding, tube cutting, etc. over the past few years. But really, the purchase of Lars by Bradford White Corporation has been instrumental in allowing us to accelerate our growth and expansion by bringing more engineering, manufacturing, distribution, and sales resources to the table. But in the end, it's the focus on the customer that has driven the success. It is key within the Bradford White culture to remain relevant, especially to our customers, suppliers, and employees. And today we have a large product offering for space heating, radiant floor heating, volume water heating, and industrial process markets, covering a range from 50,000 to 5 million BTUs, fueled by natural gas, propane, and also from electricity.
First of all, it's pride. You know, just there's extremely prideful that we're American-made and American manufacturers. So this is our home. You know, we're proud of what we do in Elyria and all of our North American manufacturing facilities. We believe in investing in our people and in our workforce and our community. We've been very successful in our ability to draw top talent, and you know, there's just a tremendous amount of passion in the history that we have and the success that we've had over the past 100 years. We've been able to drive a lot of partnerships, both in, you know, for example, with Lorain Community College in Elyria, and what we've done to develop and educate our workforce, but also just with our local supply chain and you know, and been able to make that work so well here in this part of our country.
I think, you know, a lot of people think sometimes it's going to be cost or trying to find the right supplier, but frankly, I think our biggest challenge going forward is having the right talent so that we can drive the innovation and growth within our company. And, you know, locally, as we think about that, we've created customized training programs in partnership with for example, Lorain County Community College. And we've provided opportunities through LCCC's Multi-Craft Maintenance Technician Apprenticeship Program, and that is also certified with the state of Ohio, where participants would typically complete about 10,000 hours of on-the-job training, and then 1,000 contact hours at the college, and that can be applied to an associate degree program. And Ridge Tool pays for the entire cost of the tuition and all supplies. So that is a really good example where, you know, frankly, you take your own destiny in our own hands, and we control our future by developing and providing opportunity to our workforce. And it's been an extremely successful program, very, very successful take up within our plant.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I know workforce development is a theme, ongoing theme throughout the entire plumbing industry and trying to attract the next generation into the industry. So it's great to see you guys taking the initiative there.